steering it is broken now.
It's Haas's home race. They're looking for a good result. 5 red lights and it's lights out. And away we go. They weren't held for very long at all. Melvin gets a great start. He's already side by side with a few cars in front. Down towards turn 1. It looks like it's clean at this moment in time as they all get through turn 1 cleanly. A few cars off and there's a Mercedes off. And I think he may have front wing damage, and he does as he hit that barrier. As they all go through the S section now. They're all keeping it neat and tidy. As the game's kind of glitching around right now as they all go through, and it's side by side between the McLaren and the AlphaTauri for just a second. Now the AlphaTauri gets ahead of the McLaren, and it's side by side in front there as well into the heavy braking zone. The Renault on the inside. On the inside, that is the Renault on the Red Bull, and the Red Bull gets a poor exit, and that means that the Renault gets in front of them. They go down the straight for the first time. Get on my Foss gets a great getaway there, and he retains his lead. Enzo looking for his maiden victory in his first ever MRL race. Get on my Foss did it last weekend in Italy. He could do it this weekend as the Williams gets past the Haas. But quickly the Haas gets past the Williams, and they're side by side through the long right-hander. It's a triple it's a triple right-hander. Ooh, and he's gonna go to the right-hand side into the heavy braking zone. Around the outside, he tries it. There's a bit of contact there as well. He gets a good exit, and it's still side by side between these two drivers. The Racing Point on the inside, Infinity Fado trying to show that good guy Mon what he can do. That good guy on the inside, a bit of contact there as well. Oh, that's a good exit for Infinity Fado, and he takes that place. Into turn 1. Oh my goodness, he's going to dive it down the inside of 3 cars, and there's big contact there. And he loses out to all 3 of them, and maybe even the 4th driver right behind, S37, also gets past him. And what looked like would be a super move turns out in horrendously. Down the straight they go side by side between the Racing Point and the Red Bull. Into the heavy braking zone. The Red Bull is really fighting this all the way around, and he's on the inside. He pushes the Racing Point a bit wide, and the Racing Point has to yield. Or does he? Because he goes to the inside. Oh, and that is Melvin off the track, and he was struggling a bit on those worn tires, and he's might have lost the rear on the exit of the corner. Side by side between the McLaren and the Red Bull. The McLaren just gets past, but the Red Bull has the inside for the next corner. And the Red Bull's really putting up a fight today. Tim really showing what he can do. S37 knows what's coming. Around the outside goes Tim, which switches to the inside for the next corner, and he's got that place from S37. But on the exit of the final corner, can S37 get a good exit with DRS, and can he get this place back? He's going to try. He's got a good slipstream, and I'm sure Rich Mixon overtake as well. Down the straight, there you go. He goes to the right-hand side. Down the inside he goes, and he gets that place back from, oh, and there's a bit of contact. And Tim is just stays ahead. I don't know how, but Tim really put up a good defensive maneuver there to keep him behind, and he's going to lose out to even more, and he spins round, and he drops to 10th place. He could have gotten 8th, but instead he gets hit round, and now he's dropping down the order, and that's not very good for him, and it's quite unfortunate as you don't normally go side by side through the S's. Oh, and that is another car off, and that is Coda Orange Lion spinning round. Luckily, he keeps the engine running, and he was struggling earlier on in this race, and he struggles again. He's going to go to the left-hand side. The two Red Bull teams come together, and that is front wing damage on that front wing of Melvin as he has to retreat to the pits. And that is so unfortunate for him as the two Red Bull teams come together. And I wonder what types of tires that he's going to go on to now. If he's going to go to the end of the race on possibly hard tires, it'll be a tough ask for him. And he does go on to hard compound tires. And that will be tough to manage those tires to the end. And also a front wing change as well. It's side by side between the Renault and the Haas. The Renault is on the inside. The Haas is trying to go the long way around. He's got the inside for the next corner and just stays ahead. The American-owned team putting up a great defensive showing today. But down the inside goes Dorito, but he goes a bit wide, which allows Reuter to get right past. He's going to go for a move, possibly third place man, Get On My Boss, who was last weekend's race winner. He goes to the inside, and he's got that place because Carl is on old war mediums. He gets a good exit. It's side by side between the Ferrari and the Renault. Through the S section they go. It's going to be so tight, and it is so tight, as they might have made a few contact there as the Ferrari gets ahead. But around the outside goes the Renault there, or the Renault there, and he gets past as into the pit. Finally comes Enzo, and he will get passed by his teammate, but he will be on fresh mediums, the stickier of the two compounds. His teammate's on the hards, he's on the mediums, and he pit later, so he'll definitely catch up to his teammate before a few laps. But will he be able to pass his teammate? That is the question. And his tires will be going off near the end of the race, and that should be very interesting. Oh, to the inside he goes on the Mercedes. There's a bit of contact there between the Ferrari and the Mercedes. The Ferrari's going to go the long way around, and Nick gets past. Can the Mercedes fight back around the outside? No. Well, he can actually. It's side by side, and into the pits comes the Ferrari, but he goes too wide and he's hit the wall. And we've seen the Ferrari do that in qualifying, and we see it again in the race as he's got front wing damage now. You can tell that the Mercedes knows what's coming. He tried to cover him off. Down the inside goes Coda Orange Lion, and he's got that place from the Mercedes by pushing the Mercedes a bit wide there. Nice move from him. He's going to go to the right-hand side, around the outside, into the braking zone. Goes the Aston Martin Red Bull car, and he gets pushed wide by the McLaren S37. Really defending hard from Melvin, but it's no use because that Red Bull's very quick. Oh, he's going to try to go around the outside of the Red Bull, and they're side by side on the exit. He goes a bit wide, and that is his chances of getting that Red Bull in front. Can he get a good exit? No. Oh, they're side by side into the S's. There's a bit of contact there, but Dennis gets ahead. He goes to the right-hand side because Dennis blocked him off. S37 around the outside. Dennis outbroke himself, and that was a beautiful switchback move from S37 as there's a bit of contact, and that's front wing damage to that front wing of that Racing Point, and he spun around and he's in the wall. And that is big damage to that front wing of that Racing Point, and he will have to go back to the pits because that is big damage to the front end of that car. And that was so unfortunate because S37 and Dennis were having a great scrap there. A great scrap among the past few laps. And that's quite sad to see, as you can see the understeer that happens when you lose your front wing, and that is very unfortunate for him. Always closing up to the Haas. If he gets a good exit, then he might have a time to challenge, and that is the Renault that loses the rear end, and he loses 1 and 2 and 3 places, so he drops down to around 15th place, and here comes the Mercedes to the inside, and he gets that place. Well, I say got that place, but he's not without a battle from the Haas, but it's no use for the Haas as the Mercedes gets ahead. Oh, down the inside he goes, and he's got that place from the Haas, Can the Haas fight back a little bit? I don't think he will be able to, and he's not. And the Renault is up into 14th place. Oh, and a massive tank slapper for the Renault of Dorito as he keeps it in a straight line, luckily, and it's side by side between the Haas and the Renault. The Haas is around the outside of the Renault. We ride on board with the Haas on the front wing, and it's side by side, and the Haas has got that place. That was a nice move. Oh dear, and that is the Ferrari of Coda Orange Alliance spinning on the infield of Circuit of the Americas, and he luckily is not out of this race, and he makes it his way back onto the circuit without too long, so it's lucky for him. Down the inside goes the Haas on the Renault. He pushes him wide a little bit there. He gets a good exit, and he is ahead of the Renault. Can the Renault fight back on the exit? No. As you can see, just in front of him, there's a battle between the two Red Bull teams. On the inside, that is the AlphaTauri trying to get past the Red Bull, which he does. That's a nice overtake from him down into turn one. And that's a bit of a lockup from Get On My Foss as King Enzo is closing up. Foss knows what's coming. Down the inside goes Enzo. And does this mean that Enzo will take his first Emerald victory in his first ever race? I wonder. Depends on if Get On My Foss can fight back. As we pick up a little battle here, the Renault was trying to get past the Red Bull, which he couldn't. Down the inside he goes on the AlphaTauri, and he cuts the corner a little bit as well, but he gets that place. As he can fight back on the inside, the AlphaTauri gets right past the McLaren. What a battle this is turning out to be. Can the McLaren fight back? No. It doesn't look like he can. No, he cannot. And with DRS, Get On My Foss gets past Enzo, and that may have ended Enzo's chances of winning his first ever Emerald race. And it's side by side between the Renault and the Red Bull. And the Renault is on the right-hand side, and he swings past the Red Bull on the inside. Can he fight back against the Renault? No, he cannot. The Renault gets past, and that's a nice camera angle from the helicopter. Rounding the final corner now, it's back-to-back. Italy and the United States of America. He wins another race. Get On My Foss is really looking like a championship contender now, as there might have been a little bit of a scrap between the Haas and the Williams there. But Get On My Foss has been so dominant all weekend long, getting pulled to victory, and that is Dennis hitting the wall, the championship leader, coming home in P3 after having a very tough race, last race in Italy. All season long, it's been Denny Boy who was dominant, but now it's looking like the tables have turned. Get On My Foss looking like a very healthy championship leader, as he could potentially win the championship because he's looking very quick as of late. And it's a 1-2 for Alfa Romeo. It's a 1-2 for Alfa Romeo. Then comes Denny Boy, the championship leader. Then LeBlanc Baguette. Then Infinity Fado in the Racing Point. Then comes the Williams of that good guy Mon. Then Dave. Then Melvin. Then comes the Renault. Then the Red Bull of Tim. And that is your top 10.